requests.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, I will just cut that out. All right, dearest, shall we? I'll chop out all this pre stuff. I just wanted to do the request record so it starts. Ready? Hold on, I actually need to open my notes because I actually typed them down because I was like, I'm not gonna remember this. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to I Was Thinking with
Chili.
and Trete. Which reminds me, I must change my name to Trete. That's my name. Like, we don't
Tricely
call
R.
me a name. Like, people don't need to know. Like, you know my name. It don't have to be my full government name. This is a fun place. I'm a fun mom. Anyway, okay. So everybody, I was thinking, right? I wasn't actually thinking. We promised this, so it's more. I was thinking that we promised that we would do this. So I was reminded of my thought in the previous episode
Wow.
that we promised to do this. So everybody, we are now currently in June, and as tradition and promises say, we are due a check-in on what we promised ourselves, promised actually more ourselves more than anything. Who else is there to promise? Like promised ourselves at the beginning of the year. Our episode 7 would be the basis of this check-in. We have already done the quarterly check-in. This is the biannual mid-year check-in of episode 7. Yeah, so we went back, listened to what we committed to, and granted, we posted it in March. No, actually, did we do it in March, episode 7? Did we actually record
We
it in
did
March?
it in January, like maybe end of Jan,
Yeah,
beginning
yeah,
of February. It
yeah,
was
yeah,
beginning
yeah.
of the year.
Yeah, it
But we
was
posted
beginning
it
of the
like,
year. We posted it in March. Okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, so please note that it actually was recorded in a timely manner. The posting happened when it happened. Okay. Also, guys, we want to take a second and appreciate the grace on our posting schedule. We're making the content, guys. It's just about us having to get it up there on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But it's the fact that we're making it that's the most important part. You get me? You get me? Anyway, so that being said, dearest
Mhm.
Chi, we've both gone back and had a little listen to the promises we made. All the promises we made to ourselves at the beginning of the year. Dearest darling, what do you remember promising yourself at the beginning of the year as of episode 7 of I Was Thinking?
Do you know that Cheetah Girls song that goes, Promises made weren't meant to be broken? Oh, well.
Well, about that,
Okay. About it. About it.
what happened?
Um, anyway, so I went back and saw it and I saw that there was like four main things that I talked about that I wanted for
Mm.
me and some key takeaways. And I have some notes here as well. The first thing was that I wanted to improve my confidence.
Mm-hmm.
The second was I wanted to be more strategic with my finances in terms
Uh-huh.
of like building for the future. Third thing, I wanted a like tolerable work
Yeah.
in terms of like workload and stuff and what I'm actually doing.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to automate slash systemize adult kind of like tasks and the chores of being an adult, so to speak.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Where do you want to start? Let's do this. Let me give my points as well, and then we'll like tag team it. Like you
Okay,
go
cool, cool,
point,
cool.
I go point, you go point, I go point.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Let's do that.
So my points, I didn't necessarily go top four. I had a little bit more of like a general waffle on. It was more of like a verbal, what's the thing? What's the thing where you stick things? Vision board. It was a verbal
Yes,
vision board.
that's the word we used in the pod
Yeah,
as well,
yeah, yeah.
vision board.
So
Yeah.
I used the word in visualized Yes, that's not a word, but we made it a word. Anyway, so I spoke about how I visualized a specific day in the year, which is my birthday, which is the 1st of October, 2026. I turned
Whoop,
35.
whoop,
I'm already saying
whoop,
I'm
whoop.
35, so on some I'm just like, now I'm like, me. This is the thing, guys. Let me teach you a trick about your age if you like you don't want to freak out about it. Start saying your age 3 or 4 months before you become that age. By the time your birthday rolls around, all you do is celebrate because by that point you've had all the moments about being your age. You're welcome. Because I'm born in October, I start saying I'm the next age in March. So by the time October arrives, I've been 35. What do you mean? Do you get what I'm saying? I've gotten all the reactions. I felt the people. I've had the questions. I've dealt with all the versions of being 35 already. So all I have to do is have a party. Because guess what? I'm just turning that age. That's all is happening. So,
I recently turned a year older
oh,
a
yes,
few
you
weeks ago.
did. You
Yes, I don't think we
did.
talked about it.
We didn't. Wait, and we recorded, I think, after your birthday, didn't we?
I think so.
No. Did we?
Earlier, it was before. It
I
was
think it was
meant to be
before.
before.
We were
I don't know
meant
if it
to,
actually happened.
yeah. Anyway, sorry. Okay. Focusing.
Anyway,
Wait,
yeah.
how old are you now?
10:28.
Happy
I am 28 now.
birthday. Happy. Woo.
Woo!
The big 2-8. I actually remember my 28th birthday very clearly. It was one of my favorite birthdays in the world. Truly. It was bang. Like, I had a great 28th birthday. We were in Harties. We rented this really cool house. And, like, it was just a nice weekend, man. Like, flip. And I looked nice, too.
Ooh.
I was having a bit of a, I wasn't having a skinny era, but I was looking cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was,
Okay.
ah, I miss when I used to make my birthdays a big deal. I need to make that a thing again. Anyway, sorry, coming back. Well,
Yeah.
I did make my birthday a big deal. Coming back to the topic. Okay, so first things first. So I visualized this day in the year. A couple things would be happening on this day. One of the big things that was like a thing I wanted to really deal with was my new career and being on the right track for that. We're not going to unpack yet. We'll unpack as we tag team. Big decisions about my romantic relationship status. We'll unpack the rest of that point. Better care of my health and trying my best to make everything I visualized for that day happen. Um, and then the big thing that we both kind of spoke to and kind of that ended the podcast episode was just try. So I guess we can also just address that. So do you want to start or
Yeah.
should I?
I can go.
Okay.
So the first
Point
thing that
one.
I mentioned, yes, point one was to work on my confidence.
And
I I have not been intentional about this. I forgot about it. Completely forgot. I
yeah.
was watching the video and was like, oh, I said that. I did say
It is
that.
funny, hey, how you really can forget what we recorded straight after recording it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I
Yeah.
said a lot. Look at me.
Yeah, so I was like, working my confidence. Yeah, yeah. I haven't really done that. I will say one thing that I've realized about confidence is it comes with practice.
Yeah.
Like the more you practice a thing, the more you're confident at that thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I need to think about like what areas I want to be confident in, or where do I feel like I'm not showing up confidently, and what like actions can I practice? Because I think that would then lead to confidence. But yeah, to be real with y'all. Sorry to this man. I forgot about this man.
Can I tell you something interesting though? And this is just me pointing
Mhm.
something out. Granted, like this also might just be the fact that like I'm in coaching mode because I'm in my last module of my school whatever, but I do want to point out, and I said this to you already actually, like offline, where I was like, as much as you're speaking about like your confidence and like how it's like something you've been wanting to work on, I said this to you at some point. I just can't remember when. It was like a while ago. And I said,
Mm.
the fact that you're at the place, and we'll talk about your work now, but you're at the place where you're expressing what you're expressing about your workplace and expressing the need to get out or questioning whether this is where you want to be, which you'll get to. Sorry, I'm getting ahead. It's a spoiler alert, but like I just wanted to address it because I'm like, do you remember this conversation where I was like, babes, the fact that you're even thinking about these things shows a level of confidence in yourself. Do you get me? Because
That
like,
sounds familiar.
right? But let's get to the work thing and then I'll loop back because then
Okay.
I'll remember what I said. But anyway, okay, so the
Okay.
confidence thing, I don't think you're completely off base, is what I'm saying. But we'll get there because it links to the one of the other points. Proceed.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, so it's your turn.
Okay, and visualize the day of the year. So new career, I actually just mentioned it. So yeah, guys, I mean, by the end of this, I will be, well, by the end of this year, I'll be a qualified coach. And I'm in the process of finishing my last module as a certified coach according to the International Coaching Federation. Anyway, that being said, I am truly actually locked into my new career. I just think I'm not as like in it in terms of my studies as I thought I would be at this point. Oh, thanks, friend. But yeah, I'm not as
I was
in
trying
it.
to do it with my hands, but I'm like, it's not the same.
You know, there are certain acts that you do and like it does the things, but it depends on your Zoom sometimes. Anyway, but yeah, so new career wise, I'm on the right track. I'm not this one I haven't been sleeping on. I'm proud of my progress on this one. I probably could have done a little bit more, but that's just like that's the me that is usually on the ball that just hasn't had the capacity. That hasn't done that. But that's it. Like that's the only thing standing in my way. New career is not the one that's shaky and so
Like,
that being
what more
said,
could you have done, in your opinion?
I think I could have built my school schedule for this module already. I did it the last time. I was kind of prepared and stuff. This time around, I kind of walked in blind, my brother. I'm not gonna lie. For my first two classes. And like it's okay because like it's fine. I'm not gonna like this sounds like super like but it's the truth. I genuinely think this is my calling where it's one of those things where you know when you like you're good at something because you genuinely enjoy it. So because I
Mm,
genuinely enjoy the work of coaching, it wasn't difficult for me to like get back into it. You get me? Because it's something I genuinely like doing. Like it's something that comes from me naturally.
mm,
It's not something I have to like I do have to apply myself in terms of applying the principles and doing it properly according to like standards. But
yeah,
the the practice of coaching is not unfamiliar to my body and my nervous system.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah.
So that being said, yeah, I think it would have just been like from a school perspective, I would have just been more on the ball about doing schooly things, you know, like building my schedule and stuff like that. So that's it. That's my new career point. Ready?
Okay,
Your point, Gail.
right there. And yeah, just continue with the career thing. For me, oh wait, I'll start with the career thing. I'll come back to the financial thing.
Okay.
Okay, so for me, it was getting work or like a job that's um tolerable is how I put it.
Yeah.
And I think what I was trying to say is something that where I enjoy the good, of course, and I can tolerate the negatives.
Yeah.
Because right now where I'm at, y'all listen, I when I was teaching, many people always tell you it's like, they don't make any money, right? Like, teaching is not a job where you expect money. I was like, yeah, yeah, I know, I'm doing it for the heart, doing it for the children, for the children.
I believe the
But
children are the future.
what
Yee.
I didn't realize, because I genuinely enjoy teaching math and stuff, what I didn't realize is the stress that comes with teaching.
Mm,
Uh, oh, oh, okay. And, as our trusted friend once told me, like, your first year of teaching isn't really enough. I don't have enough evidence to judge the whole career of teaching. It could just be that I'm at the wrong school
yeah.
and, maybe I should be teaching another chance. But it just made me think like there's a lot, at least in where I'm at right now, that I'm not willing to tolerate. And yeah, I've just been questioning whether what I like, there does exist a job that I find more tolerable, or if it's a thing of time as
Mm,
well. Like, do we need to settle in more? I mean, right now, as we're speaking, it's been over 6 months, but less than 7.
yeah.
So between 6 and 7 months. And you'd think some things would have become settled. Uh, I'm still like, if half the time feels like things are just flying all over the place. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And just trying my best to like juggle like I'm juggling stuff and people are juggling around me and monkeys are flinging bananas across the room.
Not
Is
monkeys are
how it
flinging bananas across the room. When did the monkeys enter the chat?
some of these children, some of
Wow.
these kids,
I'm
honey, they be driving
dead.
me crazy.
Hey,
Um,
at least you're not teaching COVID babies. Woo.
anyway, so yeah, so man, I'm going back and forth with between believing that there is work that is like less pressure and less stressful and something that I will find tolerable, and thinking, nope, this is just adulthood and it sucks. And you just gotta pull up your socks or whatever and
Yeah.
just like deal with it. And so I wouldn't say I'm still searching in that regard. I've been doing a lot of mental work, but the trick with mental work is it can feel like productivity, but it isn't. Especially when you spend like that's where you're spending a lot of
What
like
what is the
bunch of
mental work?
thinking, a lot
Unpack
of
the mental work.
thinking
Okay.
without action. Okay. So
Oh,
and research, but really using other people's experiences and testimonials, not me actually trying. Like you
yeah.
said, one of the keys that you mentioned was trying, not me actually trying different things. Just
Yeah.
like, oh, watch one more video on that and see what they say. And it can feel like productivity, but
Ah,
it's
okay.
not actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I've made progress in the sense of I've started to be able to list like what I don't like,
Mm,
and kind of slowly start to map out now from an experience perspective, what I don't like and what I could like. So the image is slightly clearer as opposed to maybe last year before where I was just like, I don't really know. Um, yeah.
okay.
So I know a big deal for me is I would like a low pressure job. Any if ugh. And they love that question in the interview. Can you handle high pressure? The answer is no. I mean, if I must, I guess so,
If I
but I don't want
must,
to.
but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm dead. Well, so actually, you've reminded me exactly what I said to you. I'm like, the simple fact that, because remember, friend, at that time, we were talking about you having a job.
Yeah.
Employment was all you wanted. It wasn't a specific, you were just like anything
Yeah, at that
will work.
point.
And you're now at a place. And then at our quarterly, you were talking about how I'm not sure if you had the job by then. You did, right?
Did you
By
watch the quarterly? I did. Even in that episode, I had the job.
Yeah. So at the quarterly, you had the job and I think it might have been in that episode that I told you that you have confidence, actually, now that I think about it. Because I love you, but we don't talk that much outside of this podcast because we talk so much
Yeah,
in this
because
podcast.
it's replaced our chats.
It's replaced our chats, which means it's served its purpose. So it's possible I said it in the quarterly where I'm like, the simple fact that you're taking time to question what it is that you want, despite the
Hmm.
need and the desperation you had for a job at the beginning, is growth
Hmm.
in confidence. Because you're like, I deserve better. That's the reason you're doing it. What other reason is
Hmm.
because if you didn't have confidence, love, you would stay because you're like, I can't do anything else. This is the only job I could get. Why don't I just do this job until I die?
Oh. but I have confidence that I could do something else. Tracy, you be rewriting the perspective in my mind.
Remember
Never
how I
thought about it
said,
like that.
remember how I said that this is kind of my thing. It's my thing. You get me? You get me? It's my thing.
Yeah.
But like, it's a
Don't mind the
thing.
blankie.
But yeah,
It's a
so
little chilly.
I'm dead. I was like, what's going on, Kente Cloth? But anyway, but yeah, it's in a real thing. Like, buddy, you have to like you recognize that, right? Like I'm not just saying words and do you get what I'm saying? Because if you didn't have
Hmm.
confidence, it's the same as someone being in an abusive relationship and staying. It's like because you get me because like they stay because they don't think there's something better out there. They stay like or actually not even just staying but not questioning that they like not even thinking they can leave. That's actually a
Actually, in
better
my
description.
last job, so some of you may know, in my last job, I resigned without having found a job first. I was just like, I'm
I don't want
not.
this anymore.
But one of the people there was like, mentioning that whole the devil you know is better than the one you don't. Like you never know, your next boss might be worse or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some people do think like that.
And that's what I'm saying is I'm like, gee, you resign from a job without a plan. Your first job, by the way, without a plan. You're in your second job and you're already like, I don't like this. I want out. Where does this come from? Doesn't come from you not liking yourself. It doesn't come from you not having confidence. It can't. Because the
Mm,
only version of you that can question whether or not this is the right job is a version of you that thinks you deserve better. There's no other version that could. Do you get me?
mm,
Because
mm.
you get.
It's so interesting because I typically struggle with that word deserve,
Yeah.
but in this context, I see what you're saying because I do like the more I think about it, I do actually think that way.
You
I
do.
think all the teachers at the school deserve better, but I do feel like no, guys, I could be living a better experience than this.
But
Like,
also, I think another thing that people like get lost with when they think about deserve better is they think that you saying you deserve better means other people deserve less. No.
mm,
We could all deserve better together. Just because I deserve better doesn't mean you don't deserve better. No,
yeah.
no. Case in point, in a relationship, I was just thinking about this and we'll get to my romantic relationship status so it will flow in, but I want to finish this point with you. In a romantic relationship, when people break up and they say, I deserve better, that applies both ways. Because if someone says something to you where they say I deserve better, it's not that you are less than. No. It means that you also deserve better than the situation. Granted, they don't mean it that way because they mean it to be swag, but that's you should actually take it
But
as a
you can
compliment.
reframe it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You should take it
You
as a
can think
compliment.
actually we both deserve better because we both deserve to be with people that are right for us.
Exactly. We both deserve for someone to not say they deserve better.
Yeah.
Just that. Forget the situation that led us here. Just the fact that
Yeah.
you've gotten to a point where you think you deserve better than me or this situation means that I shouldn't be here, which means I automatically deserve better just simply by you thinking that. So we
Yeah.
both deserve better at the same time.
So I do want to talk more on the deserve word, but I think that'll take us on a tangent and it could be a topic for another episode. So
Hey,
I'll let you get into yours
hey,
and
we
then I'll write this
technically we
down.
have a topic for the next episode, but do we? Anyway, okay. That being said, we do need to do a switch over, darling. All right. So that being said, we spoke about career and the deserve better conversation. Is there anything more you wanna share on your career path?
Nope, you can jump into your next one.
All right, so my next one was big decisions about my romantic status. Now, ironically, at the beginning of this month, I made a big decision where I jumped on the Boombles. Because before the Bumbles, I was talking to a boy on Instagram. I met him once. It was great. And then he sent me something weird on Instagram, and I was just like, ew, do you get me? And I blocked him. And now I'm not talking to that boy anymore. And then I was like, screw it, let me go on Bumble and like go like, go looking for the things in the places that people look. And
Wait. Episodes back, we had talked about your online dating escapades.
yeah.
This is not, this is like the second time, isn't it?
Yeah,
What
so
were you using Bumble
the
before?
first time I got on all the apps. This time I just went on Bumble. I was just like, look,
Okay,
I'm giving one app a
one.
chance. To the point where I even paid
Yeah.
for a little bit of that premium. I was like, let's do a month of
Okay,
premium.
girl.
Yeah, I was
Go
like, no.
ahead.
Type of vibe. And it's been an interesting experience. I think,
Mhm.
if I'm honest, the thing that is flowing from, sorry guys, I'm just unblocking my phone because that's where my notes are. But like the thing this one is really in the cook, this point where it's like make the big decisions about my romantic relationship status. I'm giving it a chance until there's no more chance to give it, if that makes any sense. Like I'm being open, I'm
Yeah.
having the chats, I'm doing the talking stages. I just, I don't know, dudes. Every time I'm like, yeah, lock in, babes, you can do this. Like, just focus, you're there. He seems nice. It's a thing where I realize that I'm like, I have to entertain all these conversations and like all of them could turn into something and all of them could turn into nothing. And also, I think I'm also entering that phase where like you can be talking to someone and it's really nice and it's really going well, and then all of a sudden they ghost you. Do you get me? And like that's a thing that happens that people do. And I'm like, I don't care. Like that actually, the real irony about this, though, I will say, which has been really nice, is I thought that online dating would screw with my confidence. No, it has not screwed with my confidence. It has screwed with my desire to date. Like more than anything. I know
Ooh.
I'm hot. I know I'm the gal. Do you get me? Like, I am visually
Okay,
pleasing.
girl.
That is
Go
not,
ahead.
like, it's not that my milkshake doesn't bring the boys to the yard. The problem,
They
dearest
Yes.
friend, is whether or
Mm.
not I even want the yard to be open. Do you get me? Like, that's where I'm at.
Wow.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing. But when I said big decisions about my romantic relationship status, I really was saying that this year needs to be me figuring out what I want to do about this thing. Are we like locking in
Yeah.
on trying to find a husband and getting married and having kids? Or am I locking in on like, just being cool with maybe a nice little boyfriend here and there? But like living my life and kind of locking in on me a little bit more. And also, I've just had a lot of conversations with people. I think I've had this with you as well, where I'm just like, I've done so much work to get to this point, and like, I've worked on my relationship with me so hard, especially since moving to this country, because I've actually had no choice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one
Mm.
manning it out here. I've had time to just sit with me. And I've done
Yeah.
so much work that I'm struggling with mid. Do you get me? Like giving a mid
Yes. Yes,
situation a
because you've
chance.
invested so much into you.
Do you get
Like
me?
you're not feeling mid energy. Like
Like
you want,
I'm like, as much as, and this is just me being honest and saying the truth on the podcast, guys, just as much as I need to be touched, like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. A baby's got needs. I just like, guys, I just want someone to hold me. Do you know? Like, I
yes.
just want to be
Yes.
held. But legit,
Yeah.
it's very close to I just want to be held, and then when we're done with this, I need you to leave. Do you get me? Like that, it's giving that energy. And
Yeah.
this is me just saying the honest to Betsy truth to you, friends. Like, I'm not trying to lie and act as if, because right now, if I tell you the truth, that is the single burning fire that's keeping me on this track. There's nothing in terms of like real relationship stuff that has like made me like, ooh, I need this in my life. You get me?
Wow.
I don't know. And it's not even because I'm watching The Polygamist, which also is just
Yeah.
crazy. If the concrete was wet, The Polygamist is pouring salt on top. Hardening it kancane kancane type of vibe. Because I sit there and I'm just like, as much as it's a joke and it's hectic and it's hyperbolic, I'm also like, I'm not gonna get the full TV show. But a taste of that is a real reality in this world.
Yeah,
You get
definitely.
me? A taste. And I don't
Yeah.
even know if I want that taste.
To the extent like we have those stories in our families, bro. Like,
Gent! And it's not African people. All of those who are watching the show thinking, no, it's just Africa. No, no, my loves. No, no. These are real things being
Tracy,
featured.
Tracy,
What happened?
Tanzania.
Go.
This someone once told me, right? Her neighbors in the US
Yeah.
once, I'll be quick. They lost their father. Their father, like, basically he went boating and he there was an accident, right? But they didn't find his remains for months and months. So they kept searching and searching and trying to find this man, and they put it out and all that because his children and his wife were grieving him. Where is he? Eh? My brother was caught at the airport. He faked his death, caught at the airport trying to go be with his new bae in another continent.
Auntie, I'm leaving you for 90-day fiance. I faked my death for 90-day fiance.
Bro,
Guys, I hate it here. Anyway.
that's a real life story. That's not a movie.
But
That
that's what I'm
happened.
saying is I'm like people think that like but also actually I don't even have to talk about Africa guys. Like and I'm not even and the funny thing is people are like oh no it's just like it's not even just black people friends because don't think just Tyler Perry and black people in Africa. No no
Yes.
no. I have heard stories Hona more in Asia, in Korea.
Mm.
There are K-dramas about it. Forget stories. You can watch the K-dramas. Don't even ask me. About people who have two different families in two different cities. This is not a big country, by the way, guys. It's not a big country. It's not. It's not big enough for you to have two different families in two different cities. And people do it comfortably for years, Chilala.
That's
Years.
insane.
No, as in straight up, there is the wife in like the countryside city. Because remember, everybody goes to Seoul to work. That's the whole thing, right? So there's
Mm.
a wife in like let's say my city, right? There's a wife in let's say Busan, right? There's a wife in Busan. And she has a family, she's everything. She sees her husband on the weekends. They even have a name for it. It's called Chumal Bubu. It's literally called weekend marriage. Anyway, so it's a normal and real thing. Because money is all made in Seoul, the whole family can't afford to live there, right? Like
Okay.
moving everybody,
Yeah.
because he's going to be busy, he's going to be working overtime, doesn't make sense. So he goes to work during the week, and then after that, he goes home on weekends to go spend time with his family. But wait, but wait. Turns out, dearest Mr. Chumal wifey, which is weekend wifey, is out here living her best. Well, out here sitting there thinking, oh, he's working so hard for us because he's sending money, right? Everything is fine. Kante, next thing you know, you get a phone call from Miss during the week telling you that you are a weekend special. Yes. Yes, she's
Oh.
making claims because guess what? He has kids with this one. She has claims
Oh.
too. Also, another thing that adds to it. That's why I'm like, please, guys, please, let's not think this is a black people thing. Also, on top of that, because of how backwards the laws are in this country, it's a thing where through via and responsibilities, that child is technically like can technically be the wife's child, responsibility wise. If anything happens, like you know how like in our households you just take responsibility because you're like no, I want to take no through registrations because he is the main. Because remember in Korea everybody lives under a dad or a husband.
Wait. Are you telling me, God forbid, he dies? The other woman's children can become my children.
Because everybody lives under a male register of some sort. Your register only changes when you get married.
Huh.
Yeah. As in, the family register doesn't exist unless the father acknowledges somebody. Which, ironically, and this is just a side story, but interestingly enough, is if you were to get pregnant by somebody or whatever it is, and that nigga does not register, like claim the baby, that's your baby free and
That's
clear.
not as big.
So as a result, like from a custody perspective, it's not a thing.
So child support
No, I mean child
and
support, but
claiming.
so you can go to court and go demand it, obviously, and then they can make it happen for you.
Okay.
But in
Okay.
the case of like, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so that's the thing. So that being said,
Okay.
sorry,
Sorry.
relationship
Let's come
status.
back.
We went
Your
on a tangent
relationship
there, but it was
goals.
yummy. It was tasty. I enjoyed that. Relationship status wise, yeah, I'm gonna give it our next quarterly check-in because I think our next
Okay.
quarterly check-in we are in June, which means 3 months from now will be June, July, August,
Technically, it's the
September,
1st of July, so yeah, it'll be like
August,
September
September.
somewhere there.
So let's just say actually end of October, because then the day would have happened. I'll have real updates.
Oh, birthday day. Okay. All
End of
right.
October. Let me finish my birthday month and then put some sauce on it, and we can talk about
Okay.
it. Okay. Anyway, so yes, so by the next
Okay.
quarterly, I would have given you guys some, and also because it's end of October, it's 2 months before the end of the year, which means
I was
that
thinking the same thing.
which means that it's the perfect time to be like, we got 2 months. We got 8 weeks to pull ourselves towards ourselves type of vibe. So I
Yeah.
think it's a good time. So I'm gonna write that down somewhere. I should probably write that down somewhere.
Okay.
Let me text it to you before we forget, because we are gonna forget. Okay.
Yeah.
November episode for quarterly check in. Yes, we do admin on the podcast now, because if we don't, we forget things. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, so yes, but if all else fails, I'll cut this out for more time if I need it. Anyway, so that was my point. So I will tell you
Okay.
guys what the final decision is on that at
Okay.
that quarterly.
Okay, let
Right
me
now,
quickly
I'm
jump
giving it
into
a chance.
financial. Okay.
Yeah, go.
Let me quickly jump into financial. It won't be a long one. Basically, my hopes were that I would start investing. That's my, again, I try not to have too many goals because clearly even having a little, it's shaky.
Mm.
So my main thing was that I wanted to start investing. And like I said, I am someone who tends to get stuck in my head. So I've not done anything yet. Um, but I have planned and scheduled to really get serious with it. This next break that we're having, I'm just gonna do it because I worry about like losing money, what, but I'm a very careful person. So I'm just gonna go the safest route and then I'll slowly increase my risk taste or tolerance as I go out through the years. But yeah, so check in with me in you can
November.
actually check in with me this break after August.
After
Yeah.
August. Okay, send a
Yeah.
text. We can throw it into one of our episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
But I also think, friend, let's not forget the fact that you're a maths genius. Please use that to your advantage. Like, Chilala, there's no space more where you should not be struggling than this one. You get me? You are good with numbers. Therefore,
Yeah.
don't overthink it. Trust yourself when the maths. Because you are good
Yeah.
at math. Do you get me? Like, this is not the space.
Mm.
There are other
Trust
spaces.
the numbers.
You get me? Like,
Yeah.
numbers is your
Yeah.
thing. Literally. Please.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, don't overthink it. I don't think you have the ability to overthink the numbers. Well, you do, but you're gonna overthink them in
But
a
I
bit.
think
Yeah, like
the
trust.
thing is, I think I'm just gonna follow the advice of like, at least for a beginner's perspective, like start with what you know.
Yeah,
I think my thing is getting trapped in trying to find out the stuff I don't know. Start with the things you know. Once
yeah.
I've exhausted the things I know, that's when I can start looking outside.
Henceforth
So
and
yeah, that's what
herewith
I'm gonna
below
do.
refers. Yes, yes.
Okay. Go, Trey
Okay.
Trey.
Next one. Taking better care of my health. So this one has been a roller coaster because every time I lock in on, yo, I'm gonna exercise and take care of myself, yeah, baby, something stands in my way. Like legit, it's I'm just like, it feels like the Lord doesn't want me to get sexy. Like legit. Like it's no, I'm not kidding. I lock in and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna start fasting. I'm gonna get 10,000 steps a week. Like, I mean, a day. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in it. I'm locked in. And then I get sick. Or my
Mm.
period comes and it's not just like my period because you're not like, oh, my period. No, like my period claps me, bro. As in, I'm like, I barely have the energy. Like, claps me. Like, it's like, hey, why you not have a baby? How dare you not have a baby? How dare you? Because that's the energy my period gives me, where it shames me for a week for not having a baby and makes
That's
me
for
sad, makes me tired, makes me irritable, makes me annoyed, makes me sweaty. Because that's another thing that's fun about the hormones is all of a sudden, sometimes the sweat can just overcome the roll on because you sweat different when you're hormonal, guys. I really hope my future person is not listening to this. Or hopefully you're listening at a time where you already love me. But
or
life
just an
shit
understanding, mature man.
also. Also. To get me. Anyway, so that being said, yeah, so I'm trying like each week I re-up on it. I find a new version of taking care of my health. I've made peace with the fact that it's not gonna look consistently the same. The key is this
Have you
week
heard of
I'm
that
huh?
psycho syncing? Have you
What's
tried
that?
psycho syncing?
What's that?
That's where, because we women we have a cycle, right? There's the luteal and the banban, and
Oh
there's
yeah, but lutea,
ovulation during that.
gluteus maximus. Yeah.
Yes. So with cycle syncing, it was trending a lot like last year and the year before, where you sync your workouts according to where in your cycle you are. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I
Look
might do
into
that
it.
because honestly, I'm just like every time I'm like, yeah, we on a roll, something happens. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like case in point, like last week I was on a roll because like I was like getting my 10,000 steps every day. Like my streak was hot, like flip, like my watch was proud of me. And then I went into school, which means I don't sleep for 2 nights, which means I couldn't walk to work on Monday. I was going to pass
Yeah.
out on the road. So that means I didn't get my 10,000 steps, which means that now my streak is messed up. We are at Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's that.
Uh-huh.
So
So
yes,
yeah, I would look at
I'm
cycle syncing, but also thinking predictable. You can predict, like if you know your school
yeah, yeah,
calendar and
yeah,
when
yeah.
you
I
have.
just honestly it's exactly the same thing as the school thing, where if I just sit down and get on my stickler scheduling thing like I did
Yeah,
before, I'll be fine. Because I
because
can
I
tell I'm
think
not on
like with
schedule.
the yeah, like with the age thing where you're like, I'm 35, I'm 35. By the time 35 comes, you're okay. I think if you know in your head that 2 weeks from now is going to be a lower productive week in terms of exercise or whatever than this week is, when that week comes, it doesn't feel like you've messed up because you already knew it was going to be like that. Like that was part of the plan.
Yeah. And ironically, dearest G, that's normally how I think. What happened to me? Like
Yeah, you taught me that, didn't
that's
you?
what I'm saying. Is I'm like, no, I wasn't gonna take it away from you. I'm like, yes, girl, it means the lesson has locked in. I'm not gonna tell you that I gave it to you. It doesn't matter. Oksalayo, it came back. But like, that's usually how I think. I think I just, you know what it is? It's because I'm also tired. Like, work is affecting me. I've been teaching consistently since flippin' January, brother, with no breaks. Like, I've had like little long weekends here and there, but like, I've been consistently showing up to work and teaching a group of children. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Anyway, but yeah,
Yeah,
so
with no
that's
breaks is
that.
wild.
What's the next one, baby girl?
Yeah. Okay. For me, it was to automate slash systematize my adult tasks. So the biggest one was laundry and just
And
like chores, like check-ins, going to see the doctor, going to see the dentist. Guys, I didn't go. Okay. I didn't, let's forget about dentist. I didn't go. Okay.
What's worse is we even said we need to shame her into asking when did she go to the dentist. Did
And
we?
let's forget about it. I'll go if I get pain. That's how a lot of us are. Prevention is better than cure, yes. But I need a
Also
strong
cure.
reason to kill.
Also
Also cure.
cure.
Also cure. So yeah, in terms of laundry, like I said, I I feel like at one point I was on that trajectory, but coming back to how chaotic I've been feeling, that whole
Yeah.
scenario I made, the banana monkeys flinging bananas across the room. That's how it feels. After a day of work, I come home, I eat, may watch will watch some YouTube, and then I sleep. Okay? Saturdays are typically when I'm like, okay, I'll do laundry. What ends up happening? I sleep. I just stay in bed for as long as I can until my stomach is like, give me food. Give me food now. On a Saturday, I can skip breakfast. That's if I'm not working as well. Past Saturday, I was working. But was that on a personal call in a episode where we talked about my mini washing machine?
We spoke about it on the episode.
Okay, I've got that hooked up now in an easier way. Like I have a hose pipe that can go into it and then drain it into the bucket and stuff. It's a little less work. So I did use it last week. So I can do a little bit of like laundry at a time without having to wash by hand.
Yeah.
So at this point, we talked about how I can do laundry once a month.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't think that's going to work for me
Mm.
because the loads are too heavy and the little machine is small, and I'm too far from the laundromat now to go there all the time.
Yeah.
So, new plan. This is my dream. I would love to reduce my wardrobe to like a maximum 15 item wardrobe so that every week I do a small cycle. And I don't mind wearing the same clothes all the time. But I'm just like, if I could make this happen, if I could
Okay.
get it down.
I have a question. You want a minimalist wardrobe banger. That's what you want. That's what it is.
For
A
work.
minim Okay. Oh, for what? Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Because I was like,
for work.
Chilala, I love you. But like, you like clothes. Like,
I
I'm
do.
like, girl.
Yeah, yeah. But
Oh,
for
yeah. Then
work,
yeah, do it, dude.
I mean for work. Because
Do it.
that's why I'm wearing most of the clothes. The other clothes, like what? Saturday,
Do
I'm in
it.
my pajamas most of the time.
Do
So
it.
yeah, I want to do that. I want to create just a capsule wardrobe just for work. And it's like these are the things I
Do
wear
it.
on rotation, quick to wash, boom.
People,
So
when I say my colleagues cycle through the same 10 pieces of clothing every
mhm.
week. And also, like, and like, no hateration to their dancery, but it's also just like, there's also like a slight lack of like laundry concerns around here. Like, I found, like, I don't know. Anyway, but that's a different conversation. That being said, they cycle through the same, they cycle through the same clothes. Like, I'm just like, I'm out here just like, because my thing is, I have to shame myself into wearing all my clothes because I do that like by mistake because it's so easy to wear something you've worn before because you already know what the outfit
Yeah,
looks like, you already know what it feels like, so it's more comfortable to just re-wear something. In my
yeah,
case, though, I have too much clothing to do that. That is dumb. I can't do that. So I have to push myself to wear something new every day. So as a result, it ends up being a thing where I'm just like, yeah, like I have the opposite problem. But it helps with laundry, as I've said, because
yeah.
as a result,
If I had a wash, like a normal wash machine, this would be a non-starter. This wouldn't be a conversation. Do you understand? Like Zambian sun dries things quick. Laundry machines doing everything. Guys, it's these moments that I miss the home in SA. Like,
I'm
anyway.
dead. Maybe we're saving for a washing machine. We should put that on your quarterly. But yeah,
The house
when
doesn't
you
even have most Zambian homes, especially rentals, don't have facilities for washing machines.
really
Yeah.
hectic, brother.
Yeah. My mom was like trying to build some like she wants to build some flats and she was talking to them about putting in facilities for washing machines. And she was advised, she's like, no, do that for your house. This is just for renting.
Anyway, okay.
But that's the mindset with a lot of people. Anyway, so yeah, that's the main one. I never expected laundry to be such a big thing in my life.
It really is. It does become that though. I do laundry more here than I did at the old apartment though. I was thinking about that actually as I was listening to the episode. I was like, why do I do so much more laundry here? But I think it's also because like my laundry basket fills faster now because I'm trying to weigh everything. If that makes any sense. Like I'm not
Mm,
re-wearing things. So because I'm
yeah.
trying to like, and then I end up looking at my laundry basket and I'm like, there's no more space for me to throw things on it. So then I throw things into the washing
Yeah.
machine. And also my washing machine is closer than it was at the beginning of the year. Because now my washing machine is like right there. Like it's in my little balcony
Yeah.
area.
Insight
So
in mind, as they
yeah,
say.
insight in mind. So I'm just like, Tracy, it really isn't. And also, me, I'm very relaxed about throwing the washing in and being like, if I don't have the capacity to do anything other than put it in, that's all that's happening today, my friends. Do you get me? If
Yeah.
hanging day is day two, then day two it is. If takeoff day is 3 days away, then 3 days away it is. Type vibe. Like I'm not stressing
Yeah.
myself. I do the process as and when the energy calls upon me. Type of vibe. But yeah. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
next
So
one.
I just want to mention something quickly
Oh,
because you had talked about the 3 years from now thing, but I don't think we'll have time. I see that on the 1st of Feb, I actually wrote a 3 years from today, and I don't know when I last read it.
1st of Feb this year.
Yeah. So
Don't
after
read
that
it.
chat that we
What do
had,
you mean? We're not reading it. Put it aside. Fika it. You can only talk about it in month six
end
of
of
that
year.
year.
Okay.
Yeah, hide it. Actually, I have an idea for you now that we're talking about it. Is it handwritten?
No, it's on my phone.
Why don't you copy paste it into a future me letter
Okay.
and then send it to that date in 3 years? So you literally don't have to think
Okay.
about it. It will come into your email 3 years from now.
That's so crazy. I feel like I need to go back and read what I said just to remind myself. But I
Oh
feel like I
yes,
write these things.
rewrite it,
Yeah.
whatever. Because I mean, it was Feb,
And
babes. It's not
also,
like it's Feb. Like you know what I'm saying. You're not
yeah.
breaking anything. So rewrite it as of June and then send it to June 3 years from now. Where what is 3 years from now? That's 2029. June
Yeah.
2029. Yeah, said well July actually. We're in July now. But yeah, July 2029. And send it and then forget about it. Delete it off your phone. Read it, pray on it, send it off, and see what comes back in 3 years.
Okay.
Actually, I need to write a future me letter. I made a task for myself, but I forgot. Anyway, I need to get on that. Anyway, so that's that. Honestly, those were all my points. The only thing that I just wanted to re-up on was literally just um try and try my hardest. That's the thing that like I'm trying to do. Try and try
Yeah.
my hardest. That's the big thing. But let's change over and then we can close off on the last little PC.
Don't-
All right, so dearest G, we've done our quarterly check-in. Oh yes, actually,
Mhm.
there's one more thing I wanted to say before closing off. So the big overarching thing that we had mentioned was just try. Like
Try.
just make the effort to try. Like that was the big thing we committed to. The rest of it was kind of like specific things and we're like hopefully and no, but like the big overarching was just try. Like just try. And then I think one of the things that also comes as a result of trying is if you try, at least like you can say you trusted the process of getting wherever you ended up going. You know what I'm saying? Because you tried. You can take your hands off the wheel if you're
Yeah.
like, me, I tried, huh? I tried. So
Mm.
that being said, dearest Chili, take us home.
All right. Well, we were thinking it's about time we checked in on our goals. And like you said, towards the end of it, we did come to that whole thing of like, let's just try, let's just put in our attempts. So, having looked at where we were in Jan and talking about where we are now, what are your thoughts looking forward?
My thoughts are, yeah, I just need to lock in. Granted, I do need to recognize that I'm operating on a lot less energy than I had at that point. So
Mm,
I think I just need to like pick a slot of time and just like build my plan. And then it's kind of done, and then I just have to exist in each day. I just haven't done that, and I think that that's what's maybe slowing me down a little bit. That's, it's sugar missing me
yeah.
type of vibe. But yeah, and also I'm proud of us, dog. Like we've actually made movements. Like we haven't been sitting still. You get me? Like it's
Hmm.
not like we just said things and now we were watching that thing and being like, you get me? Like, yes, there are some things where we're like,
Yeah.
but we're not completely off, which I'm proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Chi?
Similar. I think the word that's in my mind is intentionality.
Hmm.
So locking in, yeah, just being intent. I also think I need to remind myself of these goals because,
Yeah.
like I said, the first one I was like, I forgot that was a thing, you know. So I think being more intentional about it and actually thinking about action steps that I can take.
Yeah.
Simple that, don't take too much effort that would help me make progress.
Mm.
Um, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Mhm. Well, guys, this has been I Was Thinking with
Trey Trey.
and Chili. Thank you for joining us for our quarterly check-in. We'll come back to this in our next quarterly check-in.
See y'all in
Those.
in August for the investing, but November for the next quarterly check-in. Yay. Okay.